Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Wanda and this is Diaspora Connect in Tanzania. Decided to do a live stream. Hello, greetings. You are very welcome to the live stream. Trying to get everything pulled up on my computer at this point. Let's see. Okay. So I can make sure I see the chat clearly, even with my glasses on. Greetings, greetings. You're very welcome. Hi. Hello, everyone. You're welcome to the live stream. This is Wanda. I am coming to you live from the beautiful Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. You are very welcome into the live stream. And just wanted to chat today with you, my family. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Hopefully all is well. Andrew Barry 3449. Hello, greetings, you're welcome. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I just decided to do a live stream and say hi to everyone. So how is everyone doing? Hopefully you're well. You're protected, you're safe, you're making plans and all that good stuff. If you have not moved out of the U.S. and you're there, that you're making plans to protect yourself and all that good stuff. Yeah, hopefully you're making plans to prepare for the beast system and what is to come. And hopefully if you are leaving and you decided that you want to relocate, repatriate, resettle somewhere in Africa, specifically on the East Africa, which is where I am, in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. You're very welcome. Karibu sana, karibuni in Swahili. You're very welcome. Make sure you take, I think I did a video, make sure you take either Ethiopian Airlines or Kenyan Airways for your flight, so you won't have any kind of discrimination, any kind of issues with racism and all that stuff. So I think those will be the ideal ones for the Afro descendants. So you don't have to. That trip is a very long trip, and so that the trip will be, relaxing and peaceful, and you get everything you need. No issues, no prejudice, no racism, stuff like that going on. So those are two airlines that I recommend if you decide that you want to travel. Now, things are changing quickly, swiftly, and in a hurry. I think international travelers are starting to have more requirements. If you want to travel internationally, they're requiring like authorizations, and some places, not in all places yet, but this is what I saw online, and I heard that they're requiring some type of authorization to travel, and they're even requiring some of the what you call those the facial recognition type of stuff. They're requiring some of those facial recognition things. So those are starting to be required. So if you don't want to have to do these things, it's almost going to be a requirement for you to do the face, the fingerprint thing, and the facial recognition stuff, and and even authorizations, and even passport tampering for those who are wanting to travel. You have to double check that. Like, things are changing fast, quick, and in a hurry in terms of wanting to travel internationally, wanting to leave the U.S. So if you want to do that, you better go ahead and make your plans. You better go ahead and get your ticket, and you better go ahead and get out before they come up with a reason to not allow you to travel anymore. And then you'll be stuck they closed the airlines down. I think I heard something about some airports are canceling flights, and I think JFK and I think it was it Chicago? I think Chicago and JFK. I heard something about that. So, hi at Sajid Khan BC. Hi, greetings. So I did hear that. I think it's JFK and O'Hare. They had some issues saying that flights were being canceled, that they're not letting people fly out, or something like that. So things are changing rapidly in the U.S. in terms of travel. So if you are interested in traveling internationally, please, please, please get your plans together. Make your plans until you can get out and travel where you want to go before war breaks out, before you get stuck there, and then you won't have a choice but to stay and try to fight the white mobs, the Ice Baby, and the mercenaries. You're going to have to fight these people. You're going to be on the run. They're going to be kicking in your doors and battering rams and all kind of nonsense. Sajid Khan, I am from America. I'm a black American, born and raised in America. So, but I left America back in July of 2020, and I resettled in Tanzania. So, yeah, so I am just here, and I've left already, and I'm trying to advise my people who are interested in leaving America and they want to travel internationally, want to come to East Africa somewhere. I'm in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. A lot of our people are in Kenya. A lot of people are in South Africa. A lot of our people are in Ghana. A lot of our people are in different places. We have some people in Botswana. We have some people in Zambia. We have some people in Rwanda. So, if you're interested in leaving America and you want to come somewhere in the motherland, on the continent, reach out to our people. That's what we're here for. We're here to prepare, so when you decide to come, if you want to come, we are available. So, yeah. I just wanted to do this video and just see how everyone is doing. Have you to lay eyes on me. Don't forget to thumbs up the live stream. Not video, but the live stream. So I decided to go live and just chit chat with you to see how everyone is doing. Thank you so much, Sajid Khan. I think I'm saying at Shadid Khan. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. So yeah, I am here and available to help. I do share my journey of traveling to Tanzania, of resettling in Tanzania, and also I created a company, a consultation business here, boots on the ground, a real company. And so if you're interested in walking the steps that I have taken to have been here, I've been here 5.5 years. So you're very welcome, Karibu Sana. You can email me at Diaspora Connect. Let me put my email address in the chat. So I'll put my email address. Oops. Okay, you're very welcome to email me if you are interested. I do consultations. I do charge a fee, but you're very welcome. Let me put my Cash App and my PayPal just in case someone wants to donate. You never know. So I will share that. And my PayPal. So you are very welcome if you want to donate. I accept donations. I am working on a land and building project as well here to acquire land under my company so I can build an office and maybe an Airbnbs and rentals for those who consult with me, because I do consultations and the area is tourism. So as I consult with people, and if they want to resettle here or even visit here, or my desire, of course, my desire is to have like rentals for them, Airbnbs, rentals for them to somewhere to stay until they figure out if they want to. They may just want to visit, or they may want to resettle, or they may want to do business, or they may want to go to another country, or whatever they may want to do. available here since I've been here, and I want to establish something so people can come visit. So yeah, that's my desire. That's what I've been doing business since I've been here. I have other streams of income as well, but that's one of the main things I want to do to help our people. So you're very welcome. You are very welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to see what I got going on the stream. I didn't really have anything in particular to talk about, but I just wanted to just come to you. I said I was going to do lives a little bit more often because there's so much going on right now, and yeah, there's so much going on, and I like to encourage our people, especially in America. I'm a Black American, so of course my over 50% of my demographics is Black Americans, so that's usually the target market that I'm talking to, but it is diaspora dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth outside of Africa. And if you wanted to come back to the motherland somewhere, you may not be, Tanzania may not be the place you want to be. It may be Kenya, it may be Ghana, it may be South Africa, but a lot of the information that we discuss, that we share, you can use it in other African countries as well, because a lot of the same experiences and issues and stuff like that, it's all throughout Africa as a foreigner, or they consider us a foreigner because of the passports that we carry. So you can use these tips, pointers that we share in other countries as well, if you didn't want to, if you weren't interested in visiting Tanzania. So it's not just it is specifically, my experience is specifically Tanzania, but I have been to Ghana. I stayed there for 2 weeks. I have been to Zambia. I was there about 2 weeks, but I went to 3 different areas. So even with my experience in those places, in comparison to long-term here in Tanzania, I can give a few pointers and tips of how I felt, what I experienced when I went to those other countries. So, and briefly Kenya, I didn't stay long in Kenya. I just basically went to the border town. I didn't stay long. So, but yeah, we're here. We left America. I left 5.5 years ago. So we're here to share our experiences and let you know that you can have a beautiful life outside of America. You can thrive outside of America. You can do business outside of America. You can become an international traveler, international business person. You can do things internationally. You don't only have to stay in America because you were born in America. You can travel. You can live in other countries. You can do businesses in other countries. You can have bank accounts in other countries. You can have an international bank account where you can move your money from country to country. So, for example, I have an international banking account. So if I go to Kenya, and if I want to move money, I can move money to Kenya if I'm in Kenya. Or if I go to South Africa, I can move money from my bank account to South Africa. I have an international bank account. And when you do that, you can move your money to different places. If I want to go somewhere in Asia, which I won't, my heart is in Africa, being around Africans, being around my people who look like me. But if I wanted to go to other places, because I have an international bank account, I can move my money wherever I choose to move it. So that's something that I have encouraged people to do, even in America, open an international bank account. So if you did decide to travel somewhere, you can move your money to different countries. A lot of them, especially on the continent, they have mobile money. So you can move money from your bank account and drop it on your phone with a SIM card. Most of the African countries require you to have like a SIM card, and then you can put low money on it and pay. You can get money off the phone. You can pay bills. You can buy tickets and buy things. So it's a lot that you can do with your mobile money. So you can also move money like that. You don't always have to have a Visa card to go to the ATM. That's good too. But what if something happens to your card? What if you lose it or get compromised? Then you can't get money. So it's always good to have an international bank account, especially if you're an international traveler, or if you plan to travel internationally. An international bank account is something you should have. Also, it's better based on what's going on in America right now, because the government in America is seizing or freezing. They have the access to do that to the banks in America. But when you have an international bank account, that is contracts with all those different countries. So not one country just can go in there and just freeze your account like that, because they have a contract with all these different, because it's international. So I think your money will be a little bit more secure and protected in an international bank account than just a U.S. bank account. So it's good if you have a U.S. bank account, but it's also good to have an international one. So if you need to move money from the U.S. to an international bank account, you can do it through that way. And once you have an international bank account, you can also use it as a money transfer situation where you can transfer money to different currencies. So I'm in Tanzania. I have a U.S. bank account. I can move money from my U.S. bank account to my Tanzanian, I can move it Tanzanian shillings or Zambia kwacha or South African rand or Kenyan shilling. So you can move your money to different places if you travel around. So if I decide I want to leave Tanzania and I want to go to Kenya, I can move I won't be inconvenienced in that, oh, I can't get my money. I can still move my money to Kenya, to a SIM card, to Kenyan shillings. So that's the advantage. That's the advantage of having a international bank account. So it's always good to open one. You can actually open one online. The one I use is called Wise, WISE. It's a international bank account, and it uses the same routing and account number as the U.S. If you're in the U.S., if you don't really understand about it. So if you get any direct deposits from the U.S., you can have those directly deposited into your Wise account. Or if you already have a U.S. bank account, you can just transfer money from your U.S. bank account into your Wise account. So there's several ways that you can move money. So if you plan on being international, and if you even don't, like if you don't plan on leaving the U.S. and you don't want to be travel internationally, it's still good to have an international bank account. So if something were to happen in the States with the currency, you can move it to another currency and not lose all the value. So it's just a good idea. That Eventon scene, hi, welcome. Oh, welcome from Cape Town. Oh, I remember you, Eventon C. Hi, welcome. Suns 360, hello. Peace and blessings, abundance to you. Yeah, these algorithms are the pits, y'all. These algorithms are the pits. I'm not even paying attention to these algorithms. We just try to just keep track or try to, watch, check on me every now and then, because you may be unsubscribed and algorithm may not be sharing my videos. It's lovely. 2025. Hi, welcome. Thank you. Welcome. So, yeah, I was just talking about having an international bank account, just to make sure that your money is a little bit more in your control. I know you can't control the value, because the value of the US dollar is dropping. You can't control that, but you can kind of control the money that you have, that you can manage it and move it around, move it from USD to another currency or whatever. If you have an international bank account, you can do that. So it's wise. Even if you don't plan on leaving the country, it's still good to have it, just so you can maintain control, some type of control, in that everything won't be taken from you if somebody do something to your account. Or if somebody do something to your account, or they shut your bank account down, you have your international bank account and it has the same routing number as the U.S., and then you can have whatever direct deposits that you had canceled and have them deposited into your international bank account. So please, please, please look into that. If you are in the U.S. And you don't plan on leaving, you're going to stay and ride it out with the mercenaries, with ICE, with the wicked government, which everybody got wicked governments. That's all everywhere, yeah. But the one in America is really, 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 really terrible. So if you're going to ride it out, at least try to set yourself up financially to where they won't take everything from you, because they're going to be kicking in doors. They're going to be taking land. They're going to be taking houses. You're not going to be safe on your off-grid land project, this, that. Nobody's safe there in America in terms of land. So they can take everything you have, land, houses, cars. They can take everything from you, all your assets. So you have to set something up financially for your money, to be able to move it if you need to move it. So open you an online bank account. You can do that online. International bank accounts, most of them you can open online. Like I opened mine online. There's not an office. I just opened it online. I deposited like $20 in it to open it, and just to open it. I mean, you don't even have to put a lot of money in it. Just open it, just to have it open. So I just transferred money from one bank account, opened it with $20, and I opened it. I didn't have a lot of money in it. I just opened it just to be, and then I started using it. After I opened it for a while, I waited, just to get used to it, and then I started making small deposits just to test it. And then everything seemed fine, because I've had this account ever since 2022, I think, either 22 or 23. I've had my Wise International Bank account, and I haven't had any problems with it. And it's been really beneficial. I love it. And it's my main bank account now, because I no longer have only a U.S. bank account. I used to have a U.S. bank account when I first got over here back in 2020. And then I think I no longer had one in 2022. And then that's when I opened a bank account Wise. And so I started using that instead of the U.S. one. So, but it has the same U.S. routing and account number, so I can still get monies deposited. So if I need to get money from the IRS, or if I need to get money from somebody want to send me money or whatever, it uses the same routing and account number, like for taxes and stuff like that, because I do TurboTax. So if I need to get a refund or something, they have my bank. It's the same bank routing and account number, so I can still get deposits there. So that's no problem. So look into it. Greetings, sweet pleasures queen. Greeting. You're very welcome. Sons 361, I am the type that once I realize that what the enemy is doing, I organize, finding that most organizations, gangs, and institutions partner with the enemy. Yes, Sons 360, exactly. And I knew that. That's why I left when I did. I left with haste, because I just felt like it was going to be really bad in America, and that's why I left when I did. And I left right when COVID started, so I felt like it was because of COVID I was leaving, because I was feeling like it's a lot of people going to be dying, and I need to get out of there. I felt urgent. I felt an urgent pull to get out, but now I'm like, I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I never ran back, and I decided to tough it out and stay here in Dar es Salaam. There are many reasons that I could have left Tanzania. The election situation, I could have, the demonstration situation, I could have left many times, but I started weighing my pros and my cons and my options. I'm like, I still feel safer here in Tanzania than I ever felt in the U.S. With the racism already. This was even before this whole new regime that's in there. I still never felt as safe, because it's just too many race soldiers in America for me. I just was tired of living around race soldiers, so I needed to go. I wanted to live around people who looked like me, and I didn't want to have to deal with all this racism and all that stuff. I was just tired of dealing with that. I was just fed up with the racism, and so I wanted to leave. So it was time to go. It's really bad. Most people don't have anything, and if you don't get out, you'll end up in the same. Exactly, because they're gonna make it to where people can't own houses. They're gonna make it to where people don't own land, people don't own cars, people don't own anything. They're gonna allocate to you what they want you to have. They're gonna control you like a child. So I wasn't okay with that. I don't like to be controlled like that. I like to be free. Of course, you're not free to really speak. Freedom of speech ain't free no more. Y'all know that. It wasn't really free outside of America, but now it's not free in America anymore, because it's getting to a point where it's like everybody else. You can't speak the truth. You get unalived, you get disappeared, you get this, you get that. So, okay, we already know that. So you just got to watch what you say. You got to use wisdom. You got to create your groups, create your private groups where you can talk candidly to people about projects and about plans, all that. You can't share all that online like we used to. Yeah. So you just have to, you can make adjustments when it comes to that. You can, have your little private groups, like I said, mobilize together in like-minded people, in communities, in private. You don't have to let the whole world know what you got going on. You don't. That's one thing we still have control of. But in America, it's going to be difficult, because they're tracking and hacking and tapping into all your devices, all that. And yes, they're doing that to us outside of America, but they don't control these other countries that's outside of America. They control America. They don't control these other, even if they have a hand in it, even if they're in those countries, they don't control them. So they have a limited reach outside of America to you, have a limited reach. So you can still get things done. You can still make plans to prepare to be off grid, and prepare to have a project, land projects, and all kind of stuff that you want to do to maintain your freedom. You're still able to do that outside of America. Inside, you won't be able to do it. Yeah. They gunned down 2 of their own, so you already know. Right, Sun 360. If they unalive and they own people, what chance you think you got as a Negro? You ain't got none. You ain't got none. So make plans. If you gonna stay, yeah, just know it ain't gonna turn out well, because you can't win in a country that you don't control. You can't win in a country where they control all your resources. They control your food, your grocery stores, your water, your lights, your health care. They control everything. So if they snatch it all up from you, what shape will you be in? Will you be able to live? Will you be able to survive if you don't have a grocery store? If you don't have health care, how will you take care of your health? If the food is not, is not healthy, how will you maintain your body, your health? How will you be able to live if they snatch your house from you, they take your land from you? How will you be able to live? So you got to think about all that. That's actually going to happen. Yes, some people will fight, but many will die, because they have everything. They run everything. So you can't fight against the system like that. You can fight against it, but you won't win. You won't win. So it's just best to leave that place and let them have it. Let them have it. I mean, they want it, and they tearing it up anyway. So you just might as well let them have it and come someplace where you can go someplace where you can have freedom, you can have peace, you can feel safe, and you can make your plans. Because the beast system, you know, it's going to be everywhere. The seed of the beast and the belly of the beast is in America, which the orders come from America, and they dispersed throughout the world, but it's still going to be manageable when you're outside in other places, especially places that are not as developed. So I'll say underdeveloped or developing places, because they still have a lot of places, a lot of untapped land, to where you could, have something. You can build something. You can plant food. You can feed yourself. You can have a shelter. You can have solar panels. You can be off grid. You have to think about stuff like that. You're not going to be able to do that in America. You won't be able to do it, because they're not going to allow you to do it. So you got to know that. You got to know the reality of that. So if you want to stay, that's fine. Stay, fight, and lose your life for that country. But if you got to face the facts and reality that you won't be able to have anything. You won't be able to have a house, land, car, anything, and jobs. Everything is going to, especially if you're black, everything is going to be stripped from you. And then you got to think about how you, your wife, your kids, your children, your parents, how y'all going to live and survive in a society like that, with a bunch of Nazis who have no heart, who have no heart for humanity. These people are monsters. They're Nephilim. They're reptiles. They eat flesh and drink blood. They eat our flesh and they drink our blood. So you're food. You are food for these beasts, because they're not human beings. So make your decision. Make a decision. The Sons 360 says, I've turned off my YouTube history because we'll be traveling short. Yes, but I know your channel name to search for you, Albert. Yes, can't be. That's right. I'm glad you're doing your part and have helped heal from leaving. Thank you. So yeah, you gotta get rid of all that stuff. They say they have a device to see if you delete. They say they have a device to see what you deleted and stuff. That's what I heard. I don't know. Even to seeing, as in African Tanzanian, when I was in the middle school, junior high, I had always dreamed to go to the U.S., but after intense research, seeing what's happening recently, hell, I know that's right. That's right, even to seeing, even me, I was born and raised there, and it's horrible. That's why I left. When I left, people were wondering, why are you leaving? It's a terrible place. It's been torture for us as black people from day one, since we were stolen from the continent. They always raped and mutilated, ate us, drank our blood, took our organs, experimented on us. This has been our history in that country. So it's always been terrible for us. So this is why a lot of us are leaving. I know that's right. Yeah, your thoughts was right. I try to tell continental Africans when I tell them I'm from America, they go, "Oh, I want to go to America." I'm like, "No, you don't." I said they kill black people. They don't like us. They hate us. They hate Africans. So you don't want to go. We're #1 prime target. They sleep, eat, and dream how to desecrate us, desecrate our temple, chop us up in little pieces. The most heinous thing that they dream to do is to us. They dream of this. These people are not human. These people are monsters. They're beasts. They're the children of the devil. They eat flesh and drink blood. They eat little kids. They're sodomites. They're PDFs. Yeah, they are monsters. You got to get out of there. Like, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. And I'm not exaggerating. You know, it's lovely 2025. I'm praying that the Most High gets me out. That God gets me out. The Lord told me to move in 2022 and I didn't. And my life went to hell. But I pray that the Most High, God will give me one more chance. Just keep praying. You know, it's lovely. And I'm praying for you that He gonna give. He is when you wake up to your mistakes and stuff, He is forgiving. So just keep, praying and seeking His face for direction of how you can get out. They just don't realize what we lived through. Yes, Son 360. You're warned as me. Yes, I am. I'm trying to be the one to blow sound the alarm, because these people are very, very evil. Look at the Epstein Files, and everybody's all over the place. Look at the level of debauchery and the level of inhumane. These people are inhumane, family. These people, they are Nephilim. They are reptiles. They are not human. The things that they do to people is not human. These people are devils and demons and every foul bird. That's why it's Babylon. It's Mystery Babylon, because it's the seat of the beast is in the White House. Family, the orders come from there. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's a terrible place. And I'm not just saying that, people online say, "Oh, we see Black Americans leave and they talk bad about America." These people have done us so dirty, family. These people have fed our children to alligators, skinned us, used our skin to make shoes, used our hair to stuff pillows. Are you kidding me? Do you think I'm not going to talk about these people? They are evil and diabolical to the highest level. Nobody has done us as dirty as these people have done us. Nobody in the world. So yeah, thank you, Miss Q777. Thank you so much. I'm working on it. Trying to work on my hair growth journey. I don't even wish to go. I have done so much research, and I have friends who regret moving. Yes, Eventon Scene. I also watch videos on how people are treated. Yes, Eventon Green. And the internet, the World Wide Web, before this was available for people to see the truth, they have always done us like this, Eventon Scene. I literally say from the day the Africans over 400 years ago were stolen from Africa and dispersed up the four corners of the earth. You see the transatlantic slave trade that was dispersed to all these countries. From the day we was brought to America, they've been, from the day they kidnapped us or stole us, because we people say that we were sold by some of the continental Africans, which some of them did have a hand, because it was like a tribal thing. But we're human beings. We were kidnapped. We weren't sold. We were trafficked and kidnapped. And then we were brought to a land that's not our own, our enemies, our captors' land, oppressors' land. And then we were sold. Because once we were brought to their land, we were there then. Then they owned us then, because we were taken from our home over the water. We couldn't go back. So we're in a strange land. Then they sold us. And they've been raping us from day one. They've been sodomizing us and our men. They've been doing the stuff, all kind of debauchery to our children, selling our children to pedophiles. Like, we've been treated the worst of the worst over 400 years by these dark and demonic, wicked, evil people. And then they use religion to brainwash us, which was Christianity, but they used it in the wrong way, because the Bible is the history book of the Israelites. So we know that the Bible is real, and we know that our maker, our God, is real. But they used it to control us. They used it to manipulate us and to torture us and to beat us and make us to, obey them. They beat us into submission. So this is why I talk about America like I do. Because these people have to pay for what they did to me and my ancestors. And I don't forget it. I won't never forget it. I want to see vindication. I want to see the Most High deal with these people for how they have done my ancestors. I'm speaking for my ancestors. My ancestors' blood is in me. And I'm standing. And I'm speaking for my ancestors who were stolen from Africa over 400 years ago. And they was told that they would never come back to the continent. But I returned to the continent because my ancestors lived through me. And I'm coming back. And with my feet back on the land that they were stolen from. And I want to see vindication for my ancestors, for my people. So, yeah, that's why I talk about America like I do. Because they did us dirty. And they're still doing us dirty. They're still hanging us from trees. Our women are still coming up missing. Organs are still being eaten and taken, given to them. And even though our organs, I prayed, y'all. When our women was missing in America, I prayed. I said, Father, let every organ that was stolen from our people and given to these Mzungus, to these white people to keep them alive, let them fail. Let every organ fail. Every organ that they stole from our people and disappeared our women and took their organs and their wombs and all that. Let them fail in their bodies. Let them fail. Let the kidneys fail. Let whatever they stole, let the eyes fail. Every organ that they have stolen from our melanated people that they disappeared, let them fail in their bodies. Because these people have weak bodies. They need our genetics. They need our melanin. They need our organs because we were made so intricately and so perfect and so strong. Our organs are melanin. We heal. We regenerate. They don't. They're weak. Their bodies are weak, so they need our organs. And they feed off them too, which makes them, they feed off our organs and they drink our blood to stay alive. So may all the organs fail in their bodies. May they not be able to live off of our organs and our blood. May they just, I want to see vindication for my ancestors. I want to see it. So I'm over here in Africa and I'm watching. I want to see the destruction. And I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm an American, but I'm not worried about what's going to happen. Yeah, the Most High going to provide for his people, whether we in there or out. Well, I'm hoping that we get out, but he's going to provide for us either way. So I'm not worried about, you say this and you're going to be impacted. We all going to be impacted, but I still want to see vindication for my ancestors. It has to be, because our maker, our creator wouldn't be just if he didn't instill vengeance on these people. He didn't judge these people for what they did to us, for the hand that they laid on us. He wouldn't be a just Elohim, Elimo. So it has to be done. Judgment has to come to these wicked, dark, and demonic people. And so I'm waiting to see it. I'm waiting to see it. Their judgment time has come. The time of the Gentiles is finished. Their time has come. Their time of ruling has ended. So now it's judgment time. So I'm watching in Africa. I'm just watching America. I'm watching the destruction. I don't want to see my people fall. I don't want to see stuff happen to my people. But if my people love America so much and they want to stay, then they're going to be impacted by her plagues. They're going to be impacted by her judgment because they want to stay and they're attached to her. And it's a soul tie. Our people have a soul tie to America. So if America falls, then they're going to fall with her because they're holding on to her. They're holding, America, America. Yeah. And when it falls, those same people, they're going to fall with it. They're going to be so broken, and they're going to be so devastated, and they're going to fall with her because they have a soul tie, because they didn't come out of her, my people. They didn't detach from her. Because when you see the judgment is coming, but you're still holding on, and then when she go down, then you're going to have to go with her. Yeah, you're going to go down fighting, but nobody's going to win in that. Because when the maker and the creator is judging someone, nobody wins with that. Nobody was going to win with that. So those who are holding on to her, they're going to go down with her. And so I don't want to see it, but it's going to happen because it's spoken of in the Bible. So I just have to watch it. It's going to be sad. It's going to be sad, but I know what's going to happen. So I'm just praying for people that they wake up and come out of her, my people. So you will not partake of her plagues, and you will not partake of her judgments, because she must be repaid for the atrocities that she has done to the children of Israel. It must happen. She must be punished. And even though we brought the punishment on ourselves because we sinned against the Most High, but I still want to see it. I want to see it. They went too far. So I want to see judgment. So I'm sitting here in Africa and I'm watching. I'm watching everything crumble. I'm watching the snowstorms. I'm watching the blast, the Arctic blast. I'm watching the floods. I'm watching everything. And I'm in beautiful, tropical Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, enjoying my life with peace and safety. And not that it's perfect. Things pop off everywhere. Things pop off here, Kenya, Uganda, the whole East Africa is popping off. But at the same time, I still feel safer over here than I feel in America. So I feel like I can live. If I take my chances and I pick which place I think I can survive in, I think I can survive better in East Africa and on the continent than I could in America. Because in America, they hunting for us. They hunting for us. And not only did they want to desecrate our temple, because they are enemies of our maker, who made us in his image after his likeness, and they want to desecrate. So they want to do all types of cutting and chopping us up in little pieces, and the most devastating thing they can do to a human, they want to do to us. So I can't be around people like that. And they have a perpetual hatred towards us. Esau has a perpetual hatred towards Jacob. Jacob is true Israel, the Israelites, the promised children. And so Esau has a perpetual hatred towards us. And that's Mzungus. They're never going to stop hating us until they are gone and they leave this earth, or the Messiah comes back and he judges everything. But this is going to happen. This is going to always be this way with these people. They're going to always hate us. There's nothing you can do to make these people like you. They sleep, eat, and dream how to desecrate you, how to destroy you. They want you gone. They don't want you to live. At least the immigrants, they letting them immigrants leave. At least they letting the other African immigrants leave, and the other immigrants, the dark and black and brown, they letting them leave. But you Negroes, you FBAs, they want to desecrate you. They want you unalive. That's how serious it is. It ain't no play game. They want you gone. So they gonna save you for last. They getting rid of everybody first. But you are the special. You are the special one that they want to slice, and they want to do all kind of stuff in front of your maker, your creator. They want to destroy his creation up right in front of his face. Say, you love them so much, oh Most High. You love them so much. This is the enemy. I'm gonna destroy them right in front of your face. I'm gonna sodomize. I'm gonna make him gay. I'm gonna make him sodomize. I'm gonna make Adam into a woman. I'm gonna destroy your creation because you love them so much. So this is the enemy of our maker, our creator. And so if he's an enemy of our maker, our creator, he's our enemy. He's our enemy because we're the apple of his eye. And these enemies want to destroy us. So it's going to always be that way. So you can't live around these people. You got to get away from these people. Be around people who look like you. Be around people who ain't trying to destroy you. That's going to be safest for you. Yeah, you won't have problems with other people because you a tribe. We a tribe of our own. But You can blend in better with people who look like you. Believe me, you can live better with people who look like you. It'll be safer. But you're around all these devils and demons in America that want you dead, kicking in doors, dragging pregnant women, shooting folk. They got guns now. They have immunity. They have immunity, y'all. They can just shoot. You have no rights no more. You're under a dictator, authoritarian government regime. So you don't have no rights. None. So no civil rights, no nothing. Every day I'm looking at the videos and they're showing all kind of stuff and everybody like, oh, I'm so shocked. Why are you shocked? You have no rights. You sitting there shocked. Why are you shocked? You have no rights and anything goes. Anybody standing up, House of Representatives, the Senate, all them gone. All that's gone. It's a new system set up now. It's a beast system set up. So under the beast system, you don't have no rights. You all your health care going away, all your benefits, SNAP, health care, all that's gone. Social Security gonna be gone soon. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna have nothing over there. Nothing. Soon you ain't gonna be able to afford a ticket out. Then you're gonna be stuck over there broke, living in concentration camps. Because they're gonna have places for you to live, like projects. You're gonna live like that. Because, especially black people, they're going to take all the good jobs. You ain't got no good job. So you might as well leave. Cut your losses, sell your house, sell your car if you can, and get out. Find another country. You don't have to come to Africa, but go somewhere. Find somewhere to go. Just find another country to go to. Go to the Caribbean. Go to Panama. Go to Barbados. Go to St. Croix. Go somewhere, one of the islands or something. If you don't want to come all the way over here, over the water. Go somewhere close. Go to some people going to Spain, Portugal. I can't. I'm not advising none of my people to go to none of these other nations, countries, because when the things get tough in those different countries, when you're not of those people, they're gonna come against you. So if you don't look like them, they're gonna come against you. You go somewhere, Portugal and Spain and all this, and then they have some hard financial times and things going on with the government. The first people they're gonna look at is the African people. So just come somewhere where people look like you. You'll be safer like that. Yep, we are all supposed to be traveling to the Garden of Gods in Africa, right? Where it says, get out, that what the heaven doing, bouncing. Yep, it's lovely. It says, the only thing that's keeping me here is my document. I'm legal trouble. Please pray God delivers me from this place. I will pray for you. It's lovely. I will pray for you, because even through legal trouble, sometimes the Father can work a miracle for you. Because I know some people that had some legal issues and they was able to travel and get the passports and stuff. So, I'll keep you in my prayers. That's the Father, because you want to leave. Now, there are some people that don't want to leave, but since you want to leave, Father, I ask you, you see, it's lovely. Father, you see this chat. You're hearing this chat. Brother, this person say they want to leave. Father, I ask that you supernaturally work things out for them so they can get out, because they want to. They have a heart to. And if you work all that stuff out, make all that stuff invisible. All them legal problems, and make it invisible, Father. Make everything go smooth and provide the money, whatever this person needs, because they want to get out. Because you said, come out of her, my people. Father, I ask that you provide a way out of no way, a miracle for this person to get out while they still can. And anybody else that's wanting to do it, that you provide the finances, you provide a way out of no way, you give them a desire, you'll tell them, you show them which country to go to. Father, please help the ones that want to get out, because it's going to be really bad, and I want to see as many get out as they can. So, yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to do this live stream. It's 13 people. Thank you so much for jumping in. Don't forget to thumbs up the live stream. You are on my mind. I be thinking about my people. You my tribe. And I don't want to see you go down like that. I don't want to see you go out like that. We can't win. We can't win with these devils, demons, because they eat human. They're not human beings. That's the thing. We are human. We are black people. We're human. We're African people. We're human beings. They're not. It's no competition where you talking about a human being against a fallen angel, a human being against a reptile, a human being against a child of the devil, a Satanist, a Luciferian. You ain't no competition because it's more than just guns. We talking spiritual wickedness and darkness, and the things that they control. You know, it's not fair fight. It's not a fair fight. So we're still human beings. Certain things we can't even do because we have a heart. We have a real heart that's flesh and blood. You have a sympathy. You have concern. They don't have that. They're narcissists. They don't have no concern for the young, no concern for the old, no concern. Like the scripture said, your enemies would have no concern for the elders. They would have no concern for the children. They can do all kind of wicked, dark and demonic stuff to babies and innocent children. We ain't like that. These people ain't human, fam. They devil's demons. It's not a fair fight with us and them. You just get out. Get out. Even Tunseen, say amen. Adventure TV 999, you can say it politely. I'm sorry. I will say it politely. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it out of passion. I don't mean to say it impolitely. But family, I don't want to see my people destroyed. And that's what's going to happen if they stay in a place where they have no rights. They don't have a constitution anymore. It's gone. It's a new system. It's a beast system. And the beast controls everything. They're bringing public executions back. People are going to be getting executed in public. It's a Nazi Germany. America is a Nazi Germany 2.0. The same thing. It's so many Germans that have been saying that. So I just want to see you escape Alcatraz, escape, because that's what's going to be. It's going to be escape. It's not enough guns. It's not enough Sam or fight, because it's not going to be a fair fight, because the people are not human. You're fighting monsters and demons and devils and fallen angels. They're ancient. You can't win with them. It's a spiritual battle. It's not just a physical thing. It's a spiritual battle. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. So when you're wrestling against principalities, powers, darkness, rulers of darkness, they do things beyond the normal human, things that the mind can perceive that can happen to a human being, fam. It's another level of wickedness that people are not understanding what we got going on in America. And it's actually all over the world. A lot of leaders move like that. But specifically, I'm talking about the Black Americans in America. It's another level of wickedness that you are experiencing, that you're dealing with. When we say the beast system, that's what it is. It's a beast system. It's not human beings. Okay? It's not human beings. So that's why you see the Epstein Files. That's why you see the debauchery and all the stuff they've been doing to children. They eat children, fam. They eat babies. They cook them. They eat them raw. They eat human beings. They eat the flesh and drink the blood. This is serious. This is a beast. These are monsters. These are not human beings. So we can't compare ourselves and be like, I'm gonna stay and fight. You talking about fighting monsters, fam? It's not gonna be a fair fight. It's not over America. What is there? Ain't nothing there. You can get land somewhere else. You can do things some outside of that place. That's so much more fertile anyway. Miss Q. I know it's another level. That's why I'm so passionate, and I don't mean to be impolite, like like Adventure TV said, but I'm like, this is like so serious. That's why, because people are going to be leaving here. This is people's lives. That's a lot of people are going to be. It's not going to be. A lot of our people are going to lose their lives. Like, it's just not worth it to me. So That's why I'm crying out like, fam, you got to get out of there, because they have plans for us. They have plans for us, family. And when I say us, I mean the FBAs, the ones that's like, we ain't going to do it. That's our home. I get it. But they have specific plans for us. And it's plans that our mind cannot even conceive. It's plans that's so dark and demonic that if we even knew, we would throw up right now. We would we would be sick at the stomach of the plans that they have, the debauchery that they have planned for us to the highest level. We've always been the target. We've always been the ones that because they want to destroy us. They don't want us to live another day. They don't want us to leave, to go to another place, to build, to do communities and have our children to live long. And they don't want it. They want us gone. The scripture says that Psalm 83, that all nations coop together and plan that the name of Israel will be no more in remembrance. What does that mean? That means that you will be wiped out of existence. They want you wiped out of existence totally, like gone, like dead, unalive. That's what their plans are for you. It ain't for them to make you leave. It ain't for them to give you. It's for them to get rid of you altogether. They want you gone. That's how serious it is. It's not a game. It's not a plaything. It's very, very serious. So we got to understand what these people got planned for us. What they got planned for us. That's why they're not investigating the unalivings. They're not investigating the hangings. They're not investigating all our people going missing. They're not. Serial killers that they got going on in the bayou in Texas, in New York somewhere. All these serial killers, they ain't trying to find them. They're not going to find them. Nobody's going to get closure. All these, every time I turn around, I see a video with families crying. We just want closure for our son. You're not going to get it. They're not going to make sure you're not going to get no closure. Then you're not going to get closure. So just leave. Just leave. For the sake of your children. For the sake of your elder parents. Leave. For the sake of the women. The women, it's going to be rough for women. It's going to be rough for children. It's going to be rough for elders. The men can fight. That's a whole nother thing. That's, men are military. Men fight. That's what they do. But women, it's going to be rough. Children, it's going to be rough. Elders, it's going to be rough. Because these men can do all types of things to these people, to those three groups. These men, women can be, a lot of things can happen to women in situations like this with these devils and these mercenaries kicking in doors, and they got the spirit of the devil. So they don't care that you're a woman. They don't care. They don't care. They don't have a heart. They don't have a heart of flesh and blood. It's cold. So they can do anything to children, anything to women, anything to elderlies. That's how serious it is. So we need to understand and wake up and not be selfish and think, well, I'm good. I'll be good. I'm good. That's, if you a man, you saying that, come on, really? That's you. What about all the women and all the children and the elderly people that been through this already, and they going back through this again? They don't deserve to live through this again. They already went through it. The older people, 60s and 70s, they don't deserve to be going through this again. They need to be out. They retired. They need to be somewhere where they can enjoy the rest of their years. They shouldn't be fighting this fight again, because everything has rolled back already. And now we fight the same fight in America our ancestors fought for it. We lost everything, so it's been rolled back. It's been rolled back, and it's not going to come back again. It's never going to come back again. America's never going to be like it was for us again. So nothing's going to change back. That old system is gone. This is a whole new system that's being created in America while we're sitting here and while we're just chilling. And we claim we stand out of everything. But they got something for us, and they know we stand out of everything. They know we sitting back, and we ain't doing nothing but watching while they ravish everybody else. But after all the other migrants and all the other black and brown people are taken care of, they coming for you, FBA. they coming for you, African Americans. You the last one that, and they got a special stuff assigned for you. And you don't want to be there. You don't want to be there to have to experience that. Even if it don't affect you yet, it's going to affect people that you know, family members, friends, loved ones. You're going to see it. You're going to be there to experience living, running for your life, all that stuff. It's going to happen. You're going to be running for your life. You're going to be living in caves. You're going to be running and hiding. You don't want to live like that. You're better off living outside of America and taking your chances outside to have a peaceful life, to have, grow your own fresh foods, have fresh air, all that stuff. But being in there, you're not going to have that. So hopefully you think about that. Hopefully you pray about that. Because this is getting very, very... Look at the Epstein Files. Look at these monsters, family. The Epstein Files, the monsters, they run the country. This is the beast system. This is the Luciferians. These are the Satanists. They run the country. These are the leaders of the country. That's doing all this diabolical stuff. These are the people that's leading you, fam. Yay, yay. These people are dark. They are dark and demonic. You don't want to be in a country to have something like that over you. Doing that type of stuff to children. It's dark, fam. It's beyond dark. It's very demonic. And so the Most High has removed his hand from America. He's not protecting America. So she's open to the devil to run amok. The devil is running amok in America. Because the Most High took his hands off of her because he pushed America pushed the father out already, out of schools, out of everything. So he's moved his hand. His hedge of protection is not protecting America anymore. So everything and every demon dark, everything wicked is coming is allowed to run amok. Do you want to be in a country where the demons and devils are running amok? That's what's going on because the Father ain't protecting it. He's protecting certain people in that country, his certain people. But he's speaking to you too, telling you, come out of her, my people. Or you making plans, whatever you grouping with the righteous people. But you can still be impacted and affected by them demons and devils running amok over there. All the beasts that's been held back in America, they coming in the city. They coming out the woods. All the Sasquatches and all the Nephilim and all the Neanderthals and all those things that been held back and hidden. They coming out of the water. They coming out of the mountains. They coming out. They coming into the people now. They not, the Most High ain't protecting nobody no more. So they coming into the cities. That's why you're seeing all this supernatural stuff going on. Because he didn't move his hand. You're going to start seeing the demons and the devils are running amok over there. Their system is in control. It's the beast system. So the beasts, they coming out. And the humans are going to be in bad shape. The real humans. It's only a few now. And most of the humans are black people. All those other nations, especially the white people, I don't know if they mix and splice with Nephilim, and half of them got Neanderthal DNA. The only 100% human beings are Africans. And in America, the only 100% human beings are the black people. So your dinner, your lunch, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they're hungry. The beasts are coming for you because they're hungry. They eat flesh and drink blood. And they would love to make you into a cannibal. That's why they're feeding you flesh and blood. They're feeding you to make you a cannibal because they are cannibals. So it's a laughing thing. The demons are laughing. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Most High is your creation. I bet you I make them eat each other. I'll make them eat each other like Putin said. They eat each other in America. They eat flesh and drink blood because they're cannibals. They've been that way. Putin said that, and he's telling the truth. He know his brothers. You know, Russians and all all them Amazons, they all brothers. They know each other. He know his brothers are cannibals. We the only ones, FBA, sitting there not looking at the spiritual aspect and what's really going on. These people are monsters. They're not human. And so you're not fighting a human being. When you say you're fighting devils, demons, dark, and the darkness, the dark kingdom. So if you ain't spiritual, you definitely ain't got no chance, because you're fighting a physical battle with spiritual beings that you can't kill. Only the Most High could do that. Only His angels could do that. You're a mere human being. Physically, it's not a fight that you can win on the physical level. You can't win that fight with demons. You can't win a fight with spiritual beings and creatures. You can't win the fight with creatures and aliens and stuff. Like, you can't win that fight because they have powers. They can control you. You're human. You're flesh. So you have to know that this is definitely not just a physical battle that's going on in America. It's spiritual. So you have to make a decision. You got to make a decision. Thank you for the hearts, fam. I see all these hearts like. So yeah. So think about it, fam. I mean, this is more than just a physical thing. It's a spiritual thing. And so it's just not safe. It's not safe physically, and it's definitely not safe. You know, it's a spiritual battle. These people are family. That's the urgency I feel, because I'm like, these people are not human beings. We're human beings, black people, FBAs, African Americans, migrants, people like Africans over there in America. We're human beings. We have a heart. We got the spirit of our Father. We were made in the image and the likeness of our Maker, of our Creator, who has a heart. We have the fruits of the Spirit. These demons are not human. They're of their father, the devil. They're Satan. They're Satan's children. They don't have a heart. So they can do anything. They don't, family. That's like, it's at that level. I know it's unbelievable for some people to understand and wrap their mind around, because some people are just straight physical people. Some people just live their lives in the flesh, and they don't realize it's a spiritual realm. We are made of we have a mind, a spirit, and a soul. I mean, we have a soul, a body, and a spirit. So these are we are a three-part human being. So there is a spirit. We have a spirit. It's a whole spiritual realm. We ain't only physical. And we have a soul, which is a mind, and will, and emotions. So there are different dimensions to us. It ain't only a physical body. It ain't only a physical realm. There's a spiritual realm. It's a lot of things that happen in the spiritual realm. There is spiritual wickedness and darkness that exists. And there's also spiritual good. Our Father, our Maker, our Creator, He's a spirit. He's angels. They're good. So you have good and evil in the spiritual realm. That's why when you sleep, you have spiritual attacks when you sleep. That's not physical, it's spiritual, because your physical body is sleeping. But when you sleep, you're being attacked spiritually in your soul and your spirit. When you sleep, you running, you doing all kind of stuff when you sleep. That shows you and tells you that there's more than just a physical body to yourself. There's a whole spiritual realm that's going on. And there's a lot of wickedness, evil, darkness that comes to destroy us, because we are the creation of the Most High. He loves us. We're His beloved. We're the apple of His eye. So in order to get back at Him, they want to destroy His creation, whom He loves, and that's us, human beings. So it's a battle that's not just physical, it's a spiritual battle as well. And we're weaker in the spirit. We're the men pretty strong in the flesh, but in the spiritual realm, you're not. If you're not practicing and exercising and understanding the spiritual realm, the enemy, it can defeat you in your sleep. You can go to sleep and they can unalive you in your sleep, and you won't wake up from your physical from your physical sleep. That's how the spiritual realm works. It's serious. It's real. It's real. It's a real realm. Because everything that happens in the physical that you see starts in the spiritual realm. Everything. Sicknesses, diseases, all kind of stuff happens in the spiritual realm first before it manifests in the physical things that you can see. So this whole battle that's going on is spiritual. So you got to decide what side you're going to be on. Because when you go to sleep, they come for you when you sleep. They torment you when you sleep. In the physical, you are moving around, you might seem like everything is good, but when you go to sleep, you fighting in your sleep. You being tormented in your sleep. Demons and all kind of things be scratching on you and attacking you, trying to smother you in your sleep. That's how you know it's a spiritual world. It's a spiritual war. So what you got going on in America, it started in the spirit. Now it's manifesting in the flesh. And these things are starting to show themselves. Because these are the last days. So what we couldn't see before, because the veil is thin, you're going to start seeing these monsters for who they really are. These, Wendigos. These werewolf men. They stand up like men, but they're werewolves. You're going to start seeing all these wicked things. And is your heart going to fail you for fear of things that are coming upon the earth? Because the scripture said that men's hearts going to fail them for fear, looking at the things that are coming upon the earth, looking at the things that are happening. Will you have a heart attack when you see these demons and stuff? Because you're going to see them. We all see them. But the ones who already know what they are and that they're real, they're not going to have a heart attack because they already know that these things are real and they exist and why they're here. But those who don't know, and you just operate in the physical realm only, when you see these demons, you might just have a heart attack and die because you can't believe it. So you being warned that it's going to be a lot of stuff that you see, and especially in America, because the Most High removed his hand from America, because America's under judgment. America's Mystery Babylon. People don't believe it. But she's being judged right now. That's why everything is falling apart. It's already been professed. It's already been prophesied that it would happen. So it's happening. And so nothing's going to change it. Because it's time for America to be judged because of her sins and what she did to other people, what she did in other countries, how she killed other leaders, how she abused and stole people from enslaved other people, and how she killed natives, and everything she's done to other countries and other leaders. Everything is coming back on her. It's happening because it's judgment time. How long do you think she wasn't going to be able to get away with that forever? You got to know we wouldn't have a just God if he didn't punish America for what she's done to other people. Come on now. You reap what you sow. It's her time to sow what she has reaped, or reap what she has sown. It's time. So that's what you see happening. It won't change. It won't turn back. It's time. But you just don't want to be in there when she's getting smacked upside the head for things she's done, atrocities that she's committed and that she's still committing. America's trying to go back to segregation, go back to slavery, go back to lynchings, go back. So she's not sorry. She's not sorry. She's not repenting. So judgment is her judgment. It's time for her to be judged. Other countries are turning against her. She's losing all her NATO folk. She's going to be standing by herself. And then all the enemies going to be able to come against her. And she ain't going to have no help. Because it's what? It's her judgment time. It's time for her to reap what she has done to other people. Other countries. Destabilized other countries. Stole other people's presidents. Assassinated other people's presidents. Taking minerals and stole minerals and stuff from other people's countries. All kind of stuff. It's time for her to get her just reward. It's time. You can't hold it back any longer. It's time for her to get smacked. It's time for her to get judged. So that's what's going on in America. But when you're there, it's going to impact you and affect you because she's under judgment and you're holding on to her. So when she gets smacked, and Most High allows her to get smacked and tore up and ravished by the enemy, You going down too because you holding on to her. It's her judgment time. Anybody that's holding on to her, they're gonna go down too because she's being judged, and you can't stand against the maker when he already professed that it's her time to be judged. Everything is gonna happen to her. She deserves it because she's done it to other people. I mean, we got to be honest about that. We already know the history of America. We already know what America has done to the whole world and other countries and everything. All the evil things she's done and lied on ISIS and destabilized Nigeria and all kind of stuff. Everybody knows that. We can't live in fantasy land. Libya and Iran and Iraq and all the stuff she's done to everybody. Palestine, everything. You got to know that she got to get her judgment back. The Indians, the indigenous, the African Americans. You got to know this. I mean, it's time. I know you hurt and you don't want to hear this, but it's time for her to get her punishment. It's time now. So you can't stop it. But if you over there in America, then you're going to feel it because she's under judgment. Everything is going to be lost. All the government assistance, all the money, all the health care, all the benefit niceties, going to be gone. All the conveniences going to be gone because it's her judgment time, and she's going to have to be punished for what she's done to other people. So just look at it like she's getting her punishment for what she's done to other people. The Father is not unjust. He's not unfair to destroy America, and she's never done anything to anybody, to bring destruction to America, and she's never done anything to anybody. She has. She's touched almost everybody wickedly, especially the continent, especially the Arab nations and the Caribbean, all the black nations. She's done Haiti, Jamaica, all these things she's done to other people. The Father, it's time. He said it's time. She got to get her punishment. So you can't stop it. All you can do is get out the way. Get out the way. Don't stand in the way. When the Father say, I'm going to judge somebody, let their hand go. Let their hand go because they did something. You get judged for stuff you did. If you don't repent and apologize, then you're going to be punished. Father, I'm sorry for doing A, B, C, and D. I'm sorry for killing babies and eating children and all this stuff. If you don't apologize, even then, I don't know. I ain't the Father. I don't know how his forgiveness is when you eating children and raping children. I don't know about that. But I'm just saying, America ain't sorry for doing it because she's still doing it. So how long do you think she gonna be able to do this? Wake up. How long do you think the Epstein Files, how long do you think these people are gonna be able to do this without the Father smacking them? The Creator smacking them? I mean, come on, be realistic. You're gonna have to be a spiritual person, but make it make sense. How long do you think somebody can do debauchery like what's in these Epstein Files to babies and children and not be judged? And not reap what they sow? How long? How long? She's been doing it for ever since she's been in existence. She's been being evil. Being evil. So it's time for her to be punished. Her to be judged for her wickedness and her darkness. It's time. You can't stop it. All you can do is get out the way, move out like me. I moved. I'm over here in Africa and I'm watching. And the scripture said, only with my eyes shall I behold and see the reward of the wicked. So I'm watching from afar. I'm like, okay, a blizzard. Okay, a hurricane. Okay, a tornado. Okay, no electricity. Okay, the food is contaminated. Okay, all the leaders are pedophilic, sodomite, children eaters, monsters. Oh, okay. All the leaders lie, cheat, steal, and get away with it. Okay. You know, everything is falling apart. But I'm over here. So I'm watching from afar. I'm still watching. Because I feel for my people. I don't want them to go down with the ship. So I'm trying to wake you up. I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to open your eyes. But those who are meant to see will see. Those who ain't meant to see won't. If you have, some people have eyes to see and they can see. Some people have ears to hear and they can hear. Some people don't. So everybody's not going to get it. Everybody ain't going to understand. Everybody ain't going to leave. Everybody's not going to wrap their mind around the seriousness of what's going on right now. So a lot of people are going to be destroyed. I know that. But I'm trying to do my part. I came out early. I left early so I can be somewhere where I can help people if they want to. Provide advice and guidance like I did. Do what I did to help you. But if you want to stay, I just watch the fireworks because it's going to be crazy. It's going to be so bad. It's going to get much worse. If you think it's bad now, it's going to be what? When those monsters start, people don't believe in monsters. When you start seeing those monsters, it's going to be crazy. And they eat, they eat human beings, monsters, beasts, they eat human beings. You already got children of the devil that eat flesh and drink blood. They do that too. So what, you think about the beasts, the real monsters, the real Nephilim, the real giants, and all these creatures coming out of the water. The stuff that was being held back in the ocean because the Father loved America and he had his hand on America. But when he moved his hand, all them things he been holding back that we never experienced and seen, you're going to experience. Floods that we never seen before, ice storms, all kind of freezing temperatures, creatures coming out the water that he never let us see because he protected us, because he loved us. But now we're going to see him. In America, you're going to see him. All kind of things that we never even wrapped our mind around. It's stuff that we don't even know about. All the water ain't been discovered. It's kind of creatures and all kind of stuff that's going to be let loose in the land of captivity, Babylon, Mystery Babylon, the house of bondage. Since they hate a lot, when you're in a place where people hate and they unalive people, it's a spirit that hovers over that place. It's a spirit of darkness that hovers over that place. And so it's a breeding ground for darkness and devils and demons and monsters. They feel comfortable there. So you're going to live amongst demons, devils, and every foul bird, aliens, everything over there. And it's under judgment, and the Father's going to let it happen because he already pronounced it. He done moved his hand off. So he's going to let her fall. He's going to let her fall. So, I'm sorry that you love America, but it's going to fall. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. And I know people are sensitive, and I know I'm from there too. But I've come to terms with it. He already showed me a long time ago. I've come to terms that I know it's her judgment time. What can you do? It's not like she's innocent and she never done nothing to nobody. All the things she's done to Africans, all the things she's done on the African continent, giving people AIDS and HIVs and all kind of stuff, and jabs with all kind of diseases in it, just destroying humanity. How long do you think she can get away with this? Realistically, when do you think that she would ever be punished? It's time. It's time for her to receive her judgment. So that's what you got going on over there. You see, it's judgment. Many people will not make it because some people just ain't gonna wake up. Now, they love America too much to even consider that the Father would judge America for her wickedness. If the Father, the maker of heaven and earth, judged his own people, the children of Israel, with captivity, he allowed the enemies of Israel to enslave them. He allowed the children of Israel to eat their own children. And then he even allowed them to have their right mind to do it. They were eating their children, flesh, becoming cannibals, and they were he said, I'm not even gonna make you mad. I'm gonna let you remember that you did it. If he did his own children like that, you don't think he'll punish the other nations for doing wickedly? Be realistic. Come on now. Come on now, be realistic. If he did it, the children of Israel, the apple of his eye like that, and punished them with 400 years of captivity and hard slavery, or let their enemies that be over them and destroy them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. You don't think he would do it to other nations outside of Israel? Be realistic. He will. Just like he did it to the children of Israel, us, our ancestors, and our bloodline. Because we are the descendants of the children of Israel in the Bible. We did the last captivity for the children of Israel was the transatlantic slave trade. That was the last captivity. Because we kept sinning over and over and over and over again. We kept following other gods. We kept worshiping other nations' gods. Buddha, the Indian gods, and the Greek gods. We just kept worshiping idols, and we kept going into captivity. But our last captivity was the transatlantic slave trade. We're not going to go into captivity again unless you are wicked. If you're not righteous and you don't repent and turn away from idolatry and sins, you will go into captivity again, because when Russia and China comes over to America and takes captives, he's going to take you too, black people. If you in sin, if you wicked, you're going to be enslaved again. You're going to be enslaved again. Get your life right with the Most High. Get your life right with the Most High. Because he got a plan. It's already written. But you won't be, you'll be on the wrong side. Don't be on the wrong side. Because after all we went through, all these captivities, transatlantic slave trade, Arab slave trade, all these captivities, we finally free after 400 years, and then you wicked and sinning, you're going to be going to slavery again with China and Russia, because they're going to take Americans into slavery. They're going to capture, when they take over America, they're going to capture the citizens and take them into slavery. You black people, you FBAs, you African American, you're going to go in slavery again if you're wicked and you're not following the Most High. He's going to allow you, you're going to go in slavery again. Again. You don't want to do this. We don't want to do this again, fam. Get your life right. Get your life right. Live righteously. Clean your life up. And seek his face. So you can be saved. For real, for real. So, I guess I'll end this stream. I get on my soapbox and I'm going on, but I'm just trying to warn you. I'm just trying, because I love you and I'm concerned about you, and I want you to be safe, and I want you to come out, because you're not in control. The beast system is in control. And yes, it's going to be everywhere. We already know that. But the seat of the beast is in the White House. The beast, the belly of the beast is America. It's in the White House. That's where the orders come from. That's where the monsters are. That big ballroom he built, that's for the beasts. The ones that ain't human. Because you see how big and massive it is. That's where the beast's going to meet. With the children of the devil. And the reptiles. And all the people that's not human beings. It's going to be some humans, but they're going to be children of the devil. So, yeah. Come on out. Because you're living among some evil, dark, and demonic. See, they need to contaminate everything because they can't survive in the fresh air. They got to breathe contamination. These demons, they got to have the air contaminated, everything contaminated for them to thrive. They can't thrive in fresh air with fresh food and stuff like that. So that's why they contaminate everything in America. And then the human beings ain't going to be able to live over there. You ain't going to be able to survive because the air going to be contaminated, the water, the food, everything you put on your body. You ain't going to be able to survive. Because you're living with devils and demons, people that's not human beings. And they have to live in a contaminated environment to be able to live and survive and thrive. So human beings ain't going to be able to live in that type of environment. So you have to find another environment that's conducive to human life, fresh food, fresh air, family. So I guess I'll end this live. I'll do another live in the next couple of days. So it is 10:48 p.m. here in Dar es Salaam. It's kind of late, but I like to do it later so I can share with my people in America. And this is you guys' morning, afternoon, or whatever, afternoon. So thank you so much for taking the time to check out my stream. I'm praying for you. If you want to get out, I'm praying you can. Get your paperwork together, have some plans, have a go bag, or whatever they say. And if you got out, congratulations, stay out. Do whatever you got to do to stay out. Because I'd rather be trapped, I'd said it before, I'd rather be locked outside than inside with those monsters. Because they're not human. You'll be trapped inside America when they say you can't leave. They lock them borders down. You'll be stuck in America with monsters. And then when you stuck, they're going to reveal themselves. And then you ain't going to be able to get out. You're going to just be running in the hiding, trying to hide from these devils, demons, monsters. They're going to be looking for food. They hungry. They eat human beings. So you need to get out. So anyway, thank you so much. And I will see you guys in the next live stream video. Make sure that you're still subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified. Make sure you hit all so you'll be still, because they are unsubscribing. Y'all know that. So thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next live video. Yeah. So shalom, salama, peace, and blessings to you. May the Most High Barak bless you. Shalom and salama.